Hello amazing subscribers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make something really amazing that you're going to love. Yes, I'm going to show you how to make this catfish sauce. Maybe you've seen something like this before, maybe you haven't, but don't worry, you're about to learn how to cook it. Okay, now before I do this, I'm going to first introduce you to all the ingredients that you'll be needing to make this recipe. So let's go. Here I have already cut catfish that I haven't washed yet. I'm going to show you how to in this video. I have onions, seasoning and salt, garlic, ginger, rosemary, curry powder, fresh scent leaf and curry leaf, fresh tomatoes, tatashe, scotch bonnet pepper, and the red and yellow scotch bonnet pepper, and palm oil. I'm sorry I did not add palm oil to this clip. I forgot, honestly. I'm sorry about that. Now, to prep your fresh tomatoes, first you need to know that when going to buy fresh tomatoes at the market, you should always opt for the one that is well ripe and still very strong, not those ones that are very soft. The well ripe one, because you're going to chop the tomatoes for this recipe. Now, for the pepper ratio, I used 5 tatashe. I used a lot of scotch bonnet pepper, which you're going to see in this video. I also used yellow scotch bonnet pepper of 100 naira. You see all this pepper? That's what I used for this recipe. Funny enough, it was not hot like I expected, honestly. Now, what you are going to do is you're going to take out the seed from the tomatoes, take out the seed from all the pepper. You can see that you can't even spot any seed in this pepper, right? Not the tomatoes, because I have taken out the seed from the pepper, the tatashe, and the tomatoes. So nicely chop your tomatoes and set aside. For your tatashe and the red and yellow scotch bonnet pepper, you're going to put it either in your food processor or your chopper, and you're going to shred it to this consistency that you're seeing on the screen. So I hope I've explained better, but if you have any question, feel free to ask in the comment section. It is also very important for you to know that the way you cut your catfish also for this recipe matters. Okay, now you're not going to cut your catfish as big as the size you use when you're using it to make soup. You're going to cut it into flat size like this, so that immediately you add your catfish into the sauce, it will absorb the ingredients quickly and it will have taste. But if you decide to cut the catfish into a bigger size, it is not going to absorb the ingredients properly as it should when you cut it into this flat size. Okay, so it is very important for you to cut it into this size so that your fish will have taste as well. To wash the fish, I had already taken out the intestine. I only left the fat. Please, if you do not want the fat, take it out as well. I personally love it. I'm adding salt, then I'm going to pour in hot water. The hot water helps in getting rid of the slime on the fish skin. Okay, so pour in hot water, let it settle for 40 minutes, thoroughly rinse with normal water and set aside. Now, into your heated pan, add your palm oil, let that heat up for about 1 minute, then go in with your nicely chopped onions. This was my preferred size of onions. You can cut yours into any preferred size of your choice. Okay, now stir that and let it fry for about a minute before you pour in your nicely chopped fresh tomatoes. Like I said earlier, please ensure that you take out the seeds from your fresh tomatoes before you nicely cut. Okay, add your fresh tomatoes, stir and let it fry for about 5 minutes. Next, you're going to pour in the shredded tatashe, red and yellow scotch bonnet pepper. Then you're going to stir this to combine thoroughly and let it fry for 2 minutes before you begin to season. Next, you're going to season with ginger paste, not too much of that. Then fresh chopped garlic. I use 6 garlic for this recipe. Rosemary, seasoning powder and salt. For the seasoning powder, I actually crushed seasoning cube into powder. So if you have seasoning cube, it's you the same thing. Now you're going to also add curry powder. After adding all these ingredients, you're going to stir to combine and let it fry for 8 minutes. While you stir as it is frying, ensure that you taste for seasoning adjustment. Okay, so if it doesn't taste the perfect way you want, you can adjust for seasoning. After frying for 8 minutes, go in with the catfish. Ensure that the pepper base marries the catfish properly. In fact, bury the catfish in the pepper sauce. Okay, now flip the other part also if necessary. Of course, it's not really necessary because it is flat. You can see that the pepper base has covered the fish already, so this is why it is advisable or important for you to cut your fish flat. Okay, now you're going to cover this. Don't add water. Cover this and let it cook. When you add the fish, the timing you should give for your sauce from the moment you add your catfish should be max 10 minutes, okay? Because catfish doesn't take time to cook, like I said earlier. While that is cooking, I'm just prepping the scent leaf and the curry leaf that I'll be using for this recipe. And I also want you to know that if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please kindly tap on the subscribe button and turn on your post notification. Thank you. So lastly, I'm going in with the scent leaf and the curry leaf. Guys, at this point, once you add this scent leaf and curry leaf, I mean, let's say give or take 20 seconds so you don't overcook your leaf, okay? And the sauce is ready. It is best paired with white rice. Guys, you can tell. I know you can tell that this will be so delicious when you try it out. Please do not overdo. Just do the one that I showed you in this recipe and you're going to have the best catfish sauce you've ever had. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for stopping by till I drop a new one next week. Bye.